I remember cutting on 1,300 calories. That is nothing. I eat that much before I train. Hi, hello, welcome back to another week and another video. My name's Alexi, and on my channel, I like to teach you how to live a happier and healthier lifestyle, but we're gonna deter from that a little bit. We're switching it up. Your girl is about to do a cut. So today, I'm just gonna kind of sit here and talk to you and tell you about my plan for the next 8 at least weeks of my life. If things are going well or if I want to continue cutting or pushing myself. I feel like it could possibly be extended depending on how it goes. I'm not doing anything longer than 12 weeks. So let's say 8 to 12 weeks is probably about the time that I'm gonna be cutting. I have been in a calorie surplus since January in a planned and purposeful manner. I've been practicing eating more. Not that that's hard, but like practicing eating the right amounts of things and doing it in a more planned and purposeful way. So not just like eating whatever the hell I wanted, eating the right nutritious foods and eating with the intent to increase my metabolism, increase my strength, increase my muscle. I've been working hard on bringing the calories up. I'm eating a significant amount of calories and I'm gonna figure out the actual average. I've been tracking my food just to get a good idea as to where I'm at, because in order to make any kinds of changes to my diet, I need to know what I'm already currently doing. I can't just like pull numbers out of anywhere. It wouldn't be beneficial. It wouldn't be individual to me. I'm gonna show you how I figure out all of my calories, what I'm going to be eating, how I'm working out, why I'm doing the things I'm doing, and just how I will change and alter things on a week by week basis. I'm not going to sit here with an exact outline because things happen, things change, and I wanna make changes based on what's actually happening. It's very important to me to still be able to somewhat function and just be able to perform well in my job and my day-to-day life. That is very much a priority to me. I'm just doing this to learn more about my body. I'm doing it to learn more about this process, just understanding it more, also challenging myself, seeing what the body looks like. Next week is when I'm starting officially. I'm gonna vlog. It's been a very long time since I've done any kind of vlogging stuff, so I'm a little excited, change of pace. I like the educational content, but vlogging is honestly sometimes a little bit easier because I put a lot of pressure on myself, especially when I try to make educational, more informative type videos. So I think this will be a little less stressful for me, which will be a good thing because, you know, as we'll talk about over these next weeks, I am going to be really hammering down and focusing on my recovery. That has been one really big missing link for me in the past, and I really want to challenge myself to master my recovery. Recovery is going to be even more important then versus like now when I'm eating well and I'm not in this depleted deficit state. I have been using a spreadsheet with my clients and I am going to be putting it to the test on myself. I'm also going to use it for myself to track and monitor things like my calories, my macronutrient breakdowns. I want to be very good with also tracking my vegetables, because tracking my vegetables has never been anything that I've ever done in any kind of cut, but I mostly want to track them so I know how much fiber I'm getting. That's not something that I ever really closely tracked. I think that's going to be a very big helper for me when I'm starting to take away calories. I want to feel full for a good amount of time, and improving my digestion is something I want to do, so that's just something that I'm going to be looking at in this cut that I normally haven't. I'm not worried about tracking my sugars because I don't generally eat a lot of sugars, especially if I'm going to be in a cut, the types of foods that I'm going to be eating. Most of my sugars will be coming from fruits and maybe the occasional chocolate chips that I need just to, you know, make me stay sane because I like chocolate. If I can fit something like that into my macros, I will, but I'm going to try very hard not to have those things because I personally think for myself, sometimes it's easier to just be like, okay, just like do without it for a certain period of time versus allowing myself to have it. I'm going to be using this spreadsheet as my tracker, just tracking and monitoring everything day in and day out. It's an Excel sheet with averages of everything, so it will make it very easy for me to just look at trends over the week so that I know and I understand how to make the appropriate adjustments. I'm going to be tracking things like my weight, my calories, my proteins, fats, my carbs, fiber, like I said, water. I'm gonna track the amount of water that I'm having, the amount of hours I sleep, and if it was quality sleep. So if I woke up in the morning, did I feel well rested? Things like the day of my cycle. I'm also going to track my stress, my performance, my energy levels, my hunger levels, my cravings, and my digestion, because like I said, that's something that I also want to improve on. I will probably be making adjustments to this sheet over time as well. That's what I often do with my clients, is we make the sheet very individual to them based on what their goals are and what we're looking at and focusing on. So that's also something that I'm going to be doing with myself, is just shaping this sheet to be as I want it to be. So I will of course show you that and guide you and tell you why I'm making the choices that I am with that sheet. But today I just want to sit down and I want to take the time to enter all of my current data that I have in the spreadsheet so that I can see and get a good idea as to where my calories are at. I mean, I pretty much have a good idea. I pretty much eat the same every single day. I'm fairly consistent, aside from the times that maybe I eat out or on the weekends or things like that. So those are things that I will be taking away. Right there, just taking that away and still eating consistently, taking alcohol out, those are things that right out of the gate I will be doing for the first week, and just focusing on not overindulging. I know that alone is I'm going to see a change in my body and my physique. That will definitely be step one for week one, and then after that I will make adjustments based off of what I physically see changing within my body. Again, I will explain all of this along the way, why I'm making the changes that I am. I'm going to be taking progress pictures weekly, so just really getting a good look as to how my body looks in response to what I'm choosing to do. I am going to use cardio as a last resort, like very last resort, as a way to help me be in a deficit and burn some fat. I am entirely changing my programming. So changing my programming and the way that I'm training to things that I'm not used to doing. There are a lot of new moves in the programming that I'm going to be doing that I don't do or have never done. That is gonna provide a brand new stimulus to my body. I'm going to be working in a much different rep range. That is a new stimulus to my body. I'm trying to change my style of training from what I have been doing, again, as a way to kind of help push the needle further in that direction that I'm going in without having to cut significant calories and or add an insane amount of cardio. Minimal cardio, cutting calories slowly. Life is not the same on a week-to-week basis. I can't tell you what my life is gonna look like 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 weeks from now. I just wanna see the results that I'm getting and kind of what is happening before I choose to make any adjustments. I have a general idea for my food because, like I said, I eat fairly consistently on a day-to-day basis, so I kind of have a good idea as to where my starting cutting calories are at. And let me tell you, my starting cutting calories will be above 2,000 calories. So if that sounds crazy to you, take the time to eat in a surplus, take the time to repair your metabolism, because I remember cutting on 1,300 calories. That is nothing. I eat that much before I train. Last year when I was cutting, I cut on 1,800 calories, and that was crazy to me, to be able to cut on that much more than what I had done in the past. And then ever since January, I have had the sole intent and purpose in bulking. Like, I say bulking very loosely because bulking in this world and fitness and whatnot is like just dirty bulk and all of that. No, my bulking has been eating in a surplus, very planned and purposeful. My training has been matching that. I've been really training for strength and power, and I'm ready to switch gears. I'm ready to unwrap the package, if you will. I have probably gained, I would say, 10 to 12 solid pounds. I'm like 142, 143 right now. I would say it was like 130 around my cut. Yeah, like 130 as like a lower point. I've put on a solid 10 pounds of weight. I feel like my body composition has changed. I feel like I am more muscle and less fat for the weight that I am right now versus being this weight in the past. I remember being this weight 2 years ago, maybe even slightly like a pound more or two, and my body composition now is very different. So that tells me that everything is going according to plan. I'm just gonna trust myself, and I'm going to be planned and purposeful. We are going to be doing this for a while because I don't want to ruin my metabolism. I don't want to be in a deficit for too long. I don't want to cut all of these things out for too long. So just like everything else, it is all a season. It is all a chapter. It is all part of a smaller part of the bigger part, right? So I can't be in a deficit for forever. I'm challenging myself for this period of time, and then I am going to slowly reverse and bring myself back up to where I am at now, and we're just gonna cycle. I would love to know if there is anything in particular that you want to see throughout this journey. What are you interested in? I'm gonna tell you right now, a big part of cuts is just manipulating your calories correctly. This is also not a one size fits all. Even the way I'm doing things now is not how I've done things in the past and how I wouldn't in the future either. Everything is feedback to me, so I'm just learning how to get better at being able to do this for myself, to myself. I basically am just a science experiment. So that's how I'm treating this. I'm excited to challenge myself, and I'm excited to see myself lean. I'm itching to be lean, even though it doesn't feel like summer here in Seattle because it's just raining every single day. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you're excited for the cut series and the cut journey, smash the thumbs up button. Let me know what you want me to show you. I'm excited to vlog, and I'm excited to take you along for the ride. I'm excited because Daniel is doing it with me too. So I have a really good accountability partner. We're not doing the same thing. We're both doing our own things, but we're doing it at the same time. That is gonna definitely be something that helps us both out, is that we are both going to be having the same mentality in terms of diet and training together. So if you can find a partner to do this kind of things with, then it's a good accountability partner and tool. I just wanted to let you know what to expect for the next however many weeks. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next Monday. Bye.